Namaste and welcome, beautiful, beautiful spirit. Thank you for joining me in this practice in my cozy little boho yoga loft. Let's get started seated with legs crossed. And take a couple sways with the upper body and rocks through the hips to move into your body. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Pause with your inhale and hold it. Breathe out through your mouth and let go. Let your breath be this reminder to keep moving back into your body. A reminder to move into the beautiful experience of being in your body. Wave your arms behind your low back and clasp all 10 fingers together, drawing your shoulders open and down. As you breathe out, take your heart forward and fold over your legs. As you breathe in, flow open, bring shoulders back over your hips. We'll flow between these two spaces. Breathe out and let your heart pour forward, stretching through the shoulders, breathing in and stretching open across your front body. Moving through this one more time. Roll your shoulders back up and over your hips. Release your hands. Bring your palms together in front of your heart center. Interlace your fingers again. This time, flip your palms to face the front of your mat and press your palms away from you. Reach your arms overhead and we'll just wiggle through some side bends. So leaning to the right, through center and to the left. Flowing naturally from side to side a couple more times. Just lightly helping stretch and open the side body. Let your hands come down. Extend your legs into a nice wide V shape. Place your hands on top of the legs and we'll sway from one side to the other, leaning towards one leg through center, just helping gently stretch open the backs of the legs. Let's move into some flowing side bends. Stretch over to your right leg. Fold forward and sweep your arms over to your other leg and side bend. So let's just travel through center, folding forward and then opening into the side bend, back and forth a few more times. Release your palms down in front of you and melt into your wide-legged fold. Maybe taking a few sways to help soften and release you into a space where you can find stillness. And taking in some deep breaths, breathing out and letting go through your mouth. Slide your hands back, roll your shoulders over your hips. Bring your left foot in and left hand down by the left hip. Prop up onto your left knee for modified side plank, creating stability, hugging the navel in. Lift your extended leg and reach back with your lifted arm to catch your right foot. Stretching through the quad and even opening the heart a little bit here. I like to play around by reaching my toes away from me and then using my hand to bring my foot in towards my glute to find a deeper stretch. Release and open back into modified side plank and sit down so your right leg is extended in front of you. Wave your arms open and breathe out, fold forward over the right leg. Let your breath take you into this posture. Let your breath out soften you and settle you into this shape. Lift and come back up to your seat. Extend your left leg out long again so you're in that wide V shape we found. Now bring your right foot in, bending the right leg. We'll kind of reverse this now. Wave your arms open and fold over the left leg. I'm pausing here for a few rounds of deep breath. Roll your shoulders back over your hips. Bring the right hand next to your right hip now, and let's lift up into that beautiful modified side plank. Floating your back leg away from your mat and catching your foot with your lifted hands. Maybe you bring your foot in closer to the glute or stretch your foot and arm away from you, opening through all of the front body more. Lightly release into your tabletop pose. Walk your knees back. Let your heart slide forward into your puppy pose. And take in some deep breath. Feeling your heart space be refreshed and lightened. Let your hips sink back slightly so you can press into the palms and bring your hips and heart forward into your cobra. Breathe out and melt the heart towards the earth. Breathe in and let the back muscles pull your heart open. Melt forward, let your heart pour onto the earth. Press down and lift and stretch open the front body. Let's head back to down dog. Tuck the toes, press through the palms. Stretch your hips and the backs of the legs. Pressing your hands into the earth to deepen the stretch through the backs of your legs. It might feel good to bend into one knee, walking it out here. And deep breath in. Step to the top of your mat. Bring your feet into your standing forward fold. Let your hands be on your mat for support. We'll take this flowing one-legged fold. So kick one of your heels up towards your glute and then step that foot down and switch sides. Kick your other heel up. Just rocking from one leg to the other, stretching through the backs of your legs. Release both of your feet down. Bend into your knees. Roll up into a funky half lift. Wave your arms open to a T, stretching across the chest and through the front body. Release your left hand down and stretch your right arm up and open. Take a deep, deep breath. Let your upper body and arms stay in this shape. Lightly step the left foot to the back of your mat so you land in your dragonfly twist. Left palm could completely press into the earth, and option to wrap the right arm behind your low back. Let's pause to enjoy this shape with our body and with our breath. Reach your right arm up, pull your hips back, hands frame your front foot for your wide pyramid pose. Pressing your feet into the earth, engaging through the core and letting your upper body sway from one side to the other. Look forward, bring your back knee down to your mat, land in your modified low lunge. Wave your arms forward and up and relax your head back. Bring your hands down to the earth by your sides, really letting your hips relax towards your mat. Bring your shoulders over the hips. Wave your hands on the inside of the right leg. And let's melt into a nice deep lunge. So pointing the right knee open so you're on the pinky toe side edge of your right foot. And let's pause here, breathing deeply into your body. And press your right foot into your mat. And let's walk and turn into our goddess squat. Keeping your hands on the earth, will sway from one hip to the other. Walk your hands forward to frame your front foot. Release your back knee down for seated half splits. Straighten out the right leg and fold forward. You're welcome to bring both hands over to your right to find an even deeper variation of this half split. Really letting your awareness flow in to where you're most feeling this beautiful posture, stretch and release tension. Bring your hands to frame your right foot. Bend into your right knee, lunging forward. Intent open your hands for support. Bring your left knee on the outside of your right foot and release your left shin to the earth, crossing the right thigh over the left and sitting back onto your seat into your shoelace pose. Let's add in those beautiful flowing side bends. Right palm down, stretch the left arm over And as you breathe out, fold forward, sweeping your arms forward and then over to your other side, stretching your right side body. Let's flow this a few times back and forth. Now let's really deepen in, bringing your palms forward or forearms to the earth in front of you. And finding this deep stretch through the hips and your glutes. Press your hands into the earth, roll your shoulders back, up and over your hips. Lean to your left and swing your right leg to the back of your mat. Ground your palms into the earth in front of you and let's step back into downward facing dog. Deep breath in, look to the top of your mat and step into your standing forward fold. Let's move right into our flow. Bend into the knees, wave your arms open, opening through the front body. Now release the right palm to the earth. Left arm goes up for your twist. This time we take the right foot all the way to the back of the mat, landing in your lunge, your dragonfly twist. Option to take the left arm behind your low back, opening across the chest from one shoulder to the other. Both hands frame around your front foot, straighten the front leg and fold forward into your pyramid. Letting your upper body get loose and wavy. Move forward into your modified low lunge, waving your arms forward and overhead, releasing your head back. Deep breath. Hands come down next to your side body. Hands over to your right, inside of the left leg. Point the left knee open to open the hip space. Breathe and move in. Let's head into our supported goddess, turning and walking your hands to the right. Keep your hands on the earth and sway your hips. And travel, walk your hands towards the front of your mat and release into your seated half splits, straightening the front leg folding forward and finding that deeper space if you like by bringing both hands off to your left. Now let your hands come forward. We'll travel forward into our shoelace pose, bringing the right knee up outside of the left foot, sitting back behind the right shin and crossing your left leg over the right. We'll flow and bring some movement through the upper body and help soften into the hips. So side bend over to your right. Fold forward and sweep your arms over to your left, stretching the right side body. Flowing forward and then in and open to your side bend. With deep breaths and this flowing movement, feel your body become more relaxed, loosening and releasing any tension you might still be holding on to. And after all that yummy movement, let's settle into stillness here, forearms or palms in front of you. Really deepening into the stretch through the hips, deep breaths. Walk your hands in, roll up to a seat. Release your legs out in front of you, hip distance apart, or feet could be at the edges of your mat. Bring your hands by your hips, and we'll take this flow with the hips and the legs, releasing your knees to one side, through center, and to your other side. Point your knees up, and let's take a slow lower, releasing down to the back. And take a big stretch through the full body. And bring both feet behind your hips, hands next to your side body. Press into the earth and lift your hips up into your bridge pose. Taking this final opening through the front body. You're welcome to clasp your hands beneath the low back, further opening through the shoulders. Let your hands release. Bring your low back and hips down to your mat. And draw your knees in towards your navel. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your feet, and we'll move into our happy baby. Let's take one final shape for the backs of the legs. Straighten out one leg. Pause here. And bring your leg in and extend your other leg out long, opening, stretching through the back of your leg. And we'll come into our more traditional happy baby. Both knees bend. Let's pause and breathe here. Embrace this deep hip opening. Let your shoulders get heavy onto your mat and even close down your eyes here. Bring your feet down and send your legs onto your mat. And let's take a deep breath in, holding the inhale. And when it's right for you, through your mouth, sighing your breath away. In this space, just allow yourself to feel the yummy benefits of this practice and how good it feels to nourish and care for your body. When you're ready to close your practice, take in some deep breaths, centering back into your body, breathing in positive energy, gently moving off your mat when it's time with gratitude in your heart. It was beautiful to get on the mat with you. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I'll see you again in our next practice together.